Hello and welcome back. Now, the Champions League well settled in. Match day one for Chelsea, done and dusted. There's a few things I noticed about Chelsea that they do need to address, and not that it's a big issue, but they have started conceding goals, which is not of my liking. And the main issue that people are finding is hunting this guy because they know this spot here isn't quite well covered. I will take these into consideration and give you some few quite chances. Also, this centre back pairing isn't working out for Chelsea. That is a mention that we need to mention out. And we need someone more athletic in the midfield. I think that is another thing we have to say. Palmer has to revert back to this role. He was very efficient in this game, specifically for them. And I think also Estevao Williams should be starting games. He has high intensity. With that, let's start now. Why do I keep pointing out this spot? For this game, I think Bayern targeted this spot because of one issue. This guy was not quite close here because he was trying to cover this guy who is not naturally a left centre back. This is an issue that went on for so long, and Bayern identified that with Olise, who was hanging around this spot here to thread flicks and through balls for Lima, Kane, and whoever who found himself in this spot. And this happened for so much of that game that I was seeing ball after ball after ball being attacked through this flank. Well, Caicedo also gave out a penalty because of that. And basically, I feel that Chelsea have to address this area. Maresca said it when he lost Colwill, and Colwill is a big miss. We have seen too many of goals. Yes, we have conceded goals here. I'll come and address these spots, but I feel this one is also an area that Maresca might identify to resolve before teams now start getting this left centre back position. Now, why do I say this? Cucurella usually knows when Colwill is here, he can go touch tie to him, to any man who is on the wing, and Colwill will cover any space that anything that comes around here. Colwill was fast to cover. He would cover Cucurella. That is why Cucurella was very aggressive to the legs of Saka, to the legs of Salah. Cucurella was very good. Now, having Nokowil here, who is basically a very good left centre back, he's very aggressive, he's very physical, he knows how to get the ball and lay it off to anyone who is in midfield. Very good at that. He would win balls, second balls here. No one, I can reckon. I have seen so many balls here that Colwill has won and basically switched or had those threaded balls in and around this area when we were being pressed. So I feel that this is a big miss, and I think people are kind of targeting here because naturally we don't have left-sided people here to tackle with their left and maybe give a pass. This is an area Maresca needs to address because Bayern have just shown people that Chelsea can be attacked through this spot. And yeah, it will happen again and again. Now, on the other side, people, I think in big games, Maresca is kind of going for Gusto as an outlet, which is good, which is okay. He's finding so much freedom, and he's fine, especially when teams kind of drag and come all the way to press Chelsea in this side because this is a fast trigger. Chelsea are being pressed in one side, and people are having to switch to the other side because Gusto is maybe an outlet. He could be finding himself in these pockets here, waiting for that Sanchez crossfield pass to the other side, which is usually happening a lot, especially PSG. It was happening in Bayern but it was not clearly well executed. That is why he was not getting into the end of many crosses and outfield balls. But this is an area where Maresca has identified a lot of times. What I would say is that James doesn't fit here if we are counter-attacking. Is it a counter-attacking or if you are switching play to maybe mm, start the attack faster. I think Gusto helped in the first Panama goal because that is what he does. He was the first outlet here because Upon Palmer driving, the first person who was here was Gusto, who played a very good assist. He has done that against our PSG and Bayern, which I think is very effective. Maresca knows this and will know he will hunt a lot of big teams who want to target Chelsea on one side before anything. So this space here is where teams are identifying because Chelsea right now don't have a left centre back, and it is true they have identified this area. Caicedo will have a lot of time. He will a lot of difficulty because he knows this area is not covered, especially for flickers. Anything that is coming in here, that is foreign here, Chelsea will have to deal with that way much more better. I feel these two centre backs don't have any chemistry because I was even seeing them interchanging quite often. I don't know who was the right or left centre back in this game. Chalo was supposed to be here; he was nowhere to be found when Kane came in and Caicedo drifted back to tackle him. Yeah, that is the first error. Second error was tossing Adebayo. Well, when we are solid at the back, he's good for individuals. When we are not running back, but when we are running back against teams that we are pressing forward, he's a liability because he doesn't close in. You see that kind of attack when you have to close in somewhere, someone quite fast. I will tell you this: you saw the way Jonathan Tah did to Joao Pedro. Yes, he collected a yellow, but this guy was a menace to this guy. All through up until they changed him for Kim Jin Hae, who was giving himself space now because he was seeing if this guy gets on the ball, he will have to revert. This guy is good because his fast touch is very, very good actually. He was giving this defense a very hard time. Upamecano was not pressed. I didn't even know who was pressing Upamecano. It was Pedro. I think it was Pedro Neto who was pressing out to in. Upamecano did a very solid job. He didn't make any errors. He was just passing to Noah, and then Noah starting attacks on Stanisic, and they were going on that side. Then switching it to Olise. That pattern happened for a lot of the times. Now, this is the holy grail in Chelsea's face. Now, for Chelsea to move forward, I think first and foremost they have to have very aggressive forwards. Pedro is good, Palmer is good in the pressing front. Neto has to up his ante when he receives the ball because I think Palmer is the first person who you would like the ball to first fall to when you're pressing because he faces forward, he wants to attack you. The other person who I think has to be incorporated in this team is Estevao William. A slight mention. When that kid is on this side and gets the ball, the first person who he literally targets is his first man. Whoever it is, if you're tracking back or if you're in front of him, you will face fire. I think Estevao should come in here. Pedro Neto should be here. Now, this front four should be pressing any kind of build up. But any kind of build-up player that's are here, be it four of them, be it even their keeper. I think this front four, but buoyed by the fact that they will have some two very aggressive people here who I right now would say they should be having someone like Caicedo and Andro Santos Townsend. I think that guy is very aggressive, is very physical as well. He has the intensity to cover the ground. Now here's where we get something. I think James and Gusto have nothing erroneous in them, as apart from that one erroneous pass. Who I think Gusto would have hoofed it across the field or hoofed it outwards for the team to recover. But these two are very good attacking players. I would like them in any day. So I have nothing against them. I saw George Benson say that Gusto had a bad game. No, I wouldn't say Gusto had a bad game. Apart from that one part that wasn't good and Bayern pounced on it, Gusto had a relative very good game. He didn't put a foot wrong up until that minute. James was physical as ever. He okay. Although I think about James is that he doesn't seem to face forward quite more often. So I think these would be substitutes for each other. each and every time according to the game plan. I think Maresca should identify the kind of game you're playing, because if you're playing a low block, we should be playing this guy here. If we are playing a team that presses, I think these two can start, and Townsend coming in for James at the time as the game progresses. This starting 11 was good. This centre back partnership is what I didn't like, honestly. This starting 11, okay, if I was to be asked, this one, Fernandez, um, well, I don't know how we'll address this position, left centre back, but Fernandez and Chalobah switching here, Adrabio, I think should tossing at least should be off for now. I don't know. I don't rate him. Sorry to say, I don't rate him that highly. He's yes, he's good in his day, but not against big teams. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. Against PSG, I think it was Chalobah who started and Colwill. Yeah, I just do feel that right now he doesn't give me great confidence in the way Chelsea wants to play. Enzo is tired and should be given a rest of 1, 2, 3 games. Plus, I don't think his intensity is up there. He might be good at passing and laying off passes and attacking the box, but Santos as well was. I think if Fernandez is not careful, he will lose his spot to Andrew Townsend, and it's true. It's one of those things in this club right now you have to face. It's the reality. If you don't have your game and someone is pushing you, you least cruising your place. And right now, this is what is happening to Fernandez. Yes, we might say he is tired, but all other people might be tired as well because they all play the same number of games as him. So it's a matter of you raising your game and knowing that now you're in a club that is competing. I don't think Maresca will be quite what's the word I'm looking for? He won't be quite patient with you for so much long because yes, you're attacking, but you there's no end product when it comes to aggression and aggressivity and even progressing the ball faster. Right now we are playing so slow. Maybe because when we reach here, there's nothing you the people who you would want to the ball to fall to. Actually, honestly, I miss Lavia. I don't know. I have to say that I miss Lavia because against big teams, Lavia was that kind of person you don't want to be on the wrong side of because that guy you thread passes. Against Liverpool, he threaded one to Palmer. Against Newcastle, he was very good. I have seen Lavia take a spot and deliver. Just that his physique and injuries is what is killing that lad's game. But I feel Chelsea do right now need to address some things. This spot here and the aggression of this first 11. I, for me, would choose Palmer coming back here, Neto switching here, and Estevao, who is very good. Even if the ball falls to him back and they win it, will attack, and this one will attack. This one will go for him, same as Palmer, same as Neto. I think the front four now should go to very aggressive people who are good at pressing. Uh, he's tired. I'd say he's out of the 11 for now. Yeah, and that's basically it. And that is how I fancy Chelsea tweaking some few things here and there.